Right, so if you want to plant some banana plants that are hardy in Ireland, I'm down in zone 8B, and these plants here will survive Irish winters, but you do have to protect them. These two here are Musa Basjoo, and these are probably the hardiest. And they get huge, really big. So you can just see the size of the girth of the pseudostem. Another type of banana that you can grow here in Ireland, but they're not as hardy, are the Musa sikimensis. And this is one that I transplanted up from the field. But it seems to have settled in. It's after pushing out new leaves. And this is one that I'm trialing that's only gone in. It was a very small plant. This is Mekong giant, and we're going to see how this one does over the winter. But it's definitely growing, it's pushing out new leaves, and the pseudostem is after developing. Seems to be slower than Musa Basjoo. Now they can grow in containers, large containers. I have them in the whiskey barrels, but I also have them in the ground here. These probably are tipping 8 feet. There's a pup after coming up this one here in the ground. So they can grow in the ground, or they can grow in containers. And there's pups coming off these, and so I'm going to leave the pups on these to let them grow a massive pseudostems. So these are all large size, or probably the biggest size bananas that you can grow in Ireland. Right, another Musa banana that I'm trying. This is its first season. It hasn't had a full year in the large planting area. And this is Musa Velutina. And basically these can grow, it's half the size of Musa Basjoo. So you can see the leaves are much smaller. Pseudostem is a lot thinner. These are supposedly really hardy, and you can grow these in Ireland as well. But if you're looking for a small banana type plant, the Musa Velutina is the one to go for. It's super hardy. So we're going to see how it gets on in this planter over winter. It's already thrown out pups. But it's only going to be half the height of the Musa Basjoo, half the size. So it's a much smaller banana. Right, so the last of the bananas that have been planted out. This is the first season I've planted this one, and this is Musa Lasiocarpa, or the lotus banana. and it's very different. It's a small growing banana as well, and it's supposedly hardy for growing in this zone as well, although it will need protection like the rest of them. But you can see it grows, it's very thick, short, thick, sturdy stem. So this is its first season, and it's basically, I can't even get my hand around it. It threw out a pup already, but it's after getting broken off. I don't know, maybe one of the dogs have been chewing away at this grass in here. Different kind of shaped leaves. Probably this is my favourite banana plant. Musa Lasiocarpa. And I have one over here. This is the one that Max ate when I put it in after the first day, but it's after recovering. It's still very small though. This one has kind of black markings on the leaves. I don't know if that's supposed to be there or if it was damaged or something. The plant is very healthy, it's still throwing out leaves. But it's starting to develop the thick stem down here. It's already thrown out a pup, and it's only a couple of months in this bed here. So this will need protection as well. That's the Musa Lasiocarpa. Right, so this is the last of the bananas I have. Musa Nagensium. And it gets really tall, slender, it gets long slender leaves. Probably the same hardiness as the Mekong giant, Velutina and the Lasiocarpa. But the stems, when they mature, they turn black. And if you see an older video of mine, they're up in the garden centre. They were kind of mature, potted bananas, but they were very expensive, so I didn't buy them. So I've kept this in the same pot. I've kept it moist, and I've kept it in the tunnel to protect it, because it's after throwing out new leaf. Some of the older leaves died off. I might bring it in over winter. So this is going to be very interesting if I can keep this alive over winter and see how it gets on next season.